there was like old trucks buried in the rubble and stuff that we used to try playing and all that jazz.
Mary's like texts me and she's like, how's the podcast going? I was like, good, just got done telling the story of me fingering Benji's bum.
so that's how that goes.
She's like, oh Jesus.
What about the Moses Lake story?
Moses Lake. Oh, Jesus Christ. Me and Stacey fucking out in the Durango bombed.
I was gonna say, which Moses Lake story? The one when you guys all got fucked up out there, or one when the three of us got fucked up out there and then had to get a hotel room that night?
You know the story better.
Yeah.
You know the story better than me.
Because I was driving.
Yeah, I was driving, so I don't know.
This is what I remember about how it started, is that Josh and I left first. You were coming later. We left first and fucking sat in, I don't know, 6 to 8 hours of goddamn traffic on I-90. Like, we literally sat in the same spot for hours. And we finally get over there. We pull into the freaking dunes. And, like, we're setting up camp. Like, we're just a few minutes into, like, starting to set camp up. And here you guys come rolling in. And you guys left, like, 6 hours after us. And we had just got there.
Like, you had to work.
Yeah. And it was like the next day, we got our party on. You and I got our party on, like, at breakfast. And all these Jeeps and quads and everything were jumping. And I remember you being like, let's go jump the Durango. And I'm like, yeah, totally down. Totally down.
Does not sound like a good idea at all.
And we saddled up. No, he was pissed at us. Josh was pissed at us. And he was like, don't go. You guys have had way too much to drink. He was actually being the voice of reason, telling us not to go.
I'm glad this is on record.
We left anyways. And we find this hill that is only being jumped by Jeeps, right? Only Jeeps.
4x4 with big ass dune tires.
Yeah. So
there's me with the Durango.
Totally.
Let's do this.
I wish we would have had a video of it. Because I remember we went up once and we made it like halfway up the hill. We backed her down, right? And we watched a couple more Jeeps go. We tried again. We made it just like a little past,
like 3/4 of the way up, and fucking all of a sudden it started going.
Yeah, we just made it up a little past, where we had stopped the first time. We backed her back down, and I remember you're like, We're doing it this time. We're totally doing it. And he freaking gunned it. And we get up there and we bomb that hill and we get to the top and like we launch and then we just sunk.
Yeah.
Right at the top.
Like up to the door. We couldn't even get out. No. The sand was like up to the doors. We're like, what do we do?
We had nothing. And we had absolutely nothing. And we called Josh and we're like, we're
stuck. Josh's like, where you at? And we're like,
I don't know.
We're on a dune. Josh's like, we need more than that.
He was so mad.
Sand dude.
He was so mad.
3 beers away from camp.
Yeah. He was.
Which direction?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I told him that I could see the potholes. You know, and he was like, "You're an idiot."
You're an idiot.
We ended up finding someone of the Jeep that pulled us out.
Went to go
because your truck was 2-wheel drive, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Well, that wouldn't have done any good.
And that's what he told us. He's like, I can't even help you if I wanted to.
if I could find you, I can't pull you out.
Yeah.
With my 2-wheel drive F-150.
Yeah, Josh pulls up. Yep, you're stuck.
You want to ride back to camp?
You've had 2 pairs of gloves on this whole time?
Yeah, we're in Aspen.
In the Rockies.
That's a good story.
It's the funniest story ever. I love it.
We did Moses Lake used to be hilarious. I don't even know.
It used to be so fun.
Yeah.
Remember when you had to go home? We were there for a 3-day weekend, and you called your dad like a million times.
Yeah.
And he wouldn't ever answer you. And then you drove home on that day, and he was like, "Oh yeah, we are not working today."
Oh, I was.
And it was
so
pissed.
It
was that big party night.
Yeah. Fuck, they set up like a band and shit in the desert. And it was like,
Remember the big mud pit in there every night?
And then, so people would be driving through it, and then it became into like the mud wrestling pit,
Yeah.
where all the cars would get around and put their headlights in there, and dudes and girls would be in there fucking mud wrestling shit. That guy we used to hang out with all the time at the Oxford was in there doing that one time. He had the tattoo on his head.
Yeah.
I can't remember what his name
I
is,
don't
but
remember either.
I remember he was like king. He was holding court. He was like kicking everyone's ass, just like kick his ass, Seabass. It's like the 5th Dumb and Dumber reference in this podcast now.
Are you keeping track?
No, I was just thinking.
Dude, remember that one night stand I had with that chick I brought home?
No.
Back to the tent.
Which one?
No.
Are we talking Moses Lake or?
No, the one where you busted in my room with the fucking vacuum cleaner.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
That was at the townhouse.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
I called Josh because she wouldn't fucking leave.
Yeah.
And I was like, I gotta go to work, so
You're fine. It's good.
she's like, well, I'm just gonna sleep in, and I'm like,
Yeah. Me and Stacey lived with you at the time, and I'm literally like banging your door with the.
yeah. So I called Josh.
Yeah.
I'm like, Josh, you need to get her the fuck out. All right. So Josh like, gets the vacuum cleaner going.
Thinking that people would get a hint. I end up having to pick your lock, and I go in there and start vacuuming around, and I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, but we really need to get this in. We're going to have a landlord inspection or something like that. We got our 24-hour notice.
What I want to know is how many times you pissed in your closet
Oh yeah, I
instead of
remember
your
that.
bathroom.
God, I was so fucking hammered that night. Dude, my socks and shit were all peed on.
He's blaming on us.
I know.
He came down.
Who the fuck pissed on my
He
shit?
came downstairs and was like, "Who the fuck pissed on my shit?" And I remember we looked at each other like,
Your
nobody?
door locks, bro.
Why would we do that? That doesn't even make sense.
And then I went upstairs and I was kind of scratching my head like,
Did I go?
did I pee in my?
I won't say the guy's name
Did I go in the
because
wrong door?
because I don't want to tarnish his name too bad, but it was when I was partying up in Bellingham a lot because we had a bunch of friends that were going to Western, and we were up there for a Halloween party, I think it was, and got fucking sloshed, and we were all spending the night there because we did get that freaking hammered. Jason Fagan had the girlfriend that lived up there at the time too, so I think we skipped out of that party for a little bit and went to a different party.
I went
at a
up there
different
once with
frat.
you guys. I wonder.
And then came back, and this guy I'm talking about, who's notoriously drunk, was spending the night in, like, they had this weird sunroom. So you had to go through someone's bedroom into, like, this sunroom. It was all windows, 100% around. And there was a kitchen, like a kitchenette in this. The main kitchen was downstairs, but it had, like, a hot plate and a refrigerator. And this guy was sleeping in there and thought he was in the bathroom. And he opened up the refrigerator, and the light comes on and everything. Like, filled the crisper. At the time, we were up there because I was going out with one of the gals that lived in that house, and that was like, Josh, it's your friend. You gotta clean that up. Josh, Dork, come over here.
Damn it.
No, man, that wasn't me, man. I wouldn't do something like that. Meanwhile, I'm dumping out the crisper into the freaking clawfoot tub.
Did you eat cauliflower today?
It smells like asparagus.
Who brought asparagus to this goddamn party? I hope you didn't eat it out of the fridge you were pissing in. Well, I remember, I think it was Tony caught my brother.
Yeah, that was a house party at your parents'.
Yeah.
Bo fucking just went over to the fucking house speaker.
Like, back in the day when you had house speakers.
Yeah.
Yeah, right? And freaking, I think it was Josh came and goes, Bo, what the fuck are you doing?
He was about ready to piss on the speaker. He goes, "Oh yeah, I know what I'm doing." And you know how those speakers have those black mesh screens?
Yeah.
He pulled the
He
black.
pulled it off,
He pulled
and
it
then
off and then started to squat on top of it. I'm like, no.
Dad's gonna kill us.
He was like 16. I think I was like 18 or 19. And that's a few times where I had to pull all their. Like, I walked in and they had the entire dining room table full of like liquor bottles. That everyone stole a bottle from their dad's,
Right.
closet or whatever, and they just kind of
dude.
put it all in the
It
middle.
was
And I'm
one
like,
of the- yeah, we had great house parties.
I'm
there.
loading these boxes up, putting out in the middle. They have a pretty big front yard, and I put that box behind the rhododendron in the middle of the yard, so hopefully no one will find it, because then I'm there trying to clean up the place. I think I'd come home from work on this one, and I'm like, oh, I appreciate you guys having fun, but I'm not involved, and now I'm cleaning the shit up.
It's bullshit.
And then as soon as I get this all cleaned up and you guys are out of here, I'm going to go find that box.
Yeah, we had great parties there.
That's always been a good one.
We had some good fishing times too. Remember when me, you, and Rhett went fishing? God, we all skipped work the next morning. It was like during a weekday. We went trout fishing.
Yeah.
We were all hungover, but Josh's like, well, fuck it, let's just get some beer and we'll just get drunk again.
Yep.
And so me, you, and Rhett went fishing. I totally remember this like it was yesterday. Like, Rhett was not feeling good, but he was still pounding beers, right? And then you were on the back end of the boat, you know, with the motor and everything, and frickin' we just set up, threw our lines out. Rhett's like, I gotta pee really bad, man. And so he gets up to the bow of the boat, but he like tripped over something, like the boat like went to one side, and Josh was like, Jesus, Rhett, how big is your dick? I was just taking a swig of beer when Josh said that, and I like spit it out. I was laughing so hard.
Oh, I remember the time you and I were out there, and we waited till like
we were
almost dark
dusk,
to bring it back
yeah.
in. And we get it back in, and at that point I had that Astro van that I was towing the boat.
Yeah.
The clam digger?
Yeah.
Totally forgot about that.
We loaded that thing up, and we're driving down from Lake Kai, and we were going to go to like
Saigon Garden.
Saigon Garden.
Yeah.
We've been drinking the entire time on the
we were
we
were fucking hammered.
And so I get off of the that cutoff road right there at 116th, which is right next to State Patrol, and turn back up going into Marysville, and I've got
you always do the speed limit
100 feet of anchor line out of the boat,
dragging.
And I didn't know about it, and all of a sudden the lights
fucking
flip off, and I'm going.
Hammered.
I'm drunk. I'm way fucking drunk, and I was
like, don't talk to me, dude. You're fucking driving.
Yeah. I'm going, oh, this is it.
I'm going to lie down in the back of this van and pretend like I'm not here.
I'm going to get fired. This is the end of this.
Right.
Like, I just hope he doesn't ask me to get out. And the first thing he does, stops in the window, is like, you know what, I pulled you over? I'm like, sir, I have no idea. He's like, you've been trolling for me. And I'm just drunk enough to going, what? You step out back here? Fuck! Here it goes. And I'm like holding on to the side of the car as I'm going back just to try and not.
Yeah, we were pretty tuned up.
And he goes, I just wanted to show you that you got about 100 feet of rope behind here. You need to pack that up. And he's like, so where are you guys going? I'm like, home. I literally live right on the other side of these trees right here. He's like, well, why don't you hurry up and get this home and call it a night for you?
Yeah.
Okay, sir. And he let us go. And I'm like, fuck, thank God.
Dude, are we still going to Saigon?
So I switched cars.
No, we didn't. We just took the boat off.
We just took the fucking boat off.
And then drove over to Saigon. And so we smell like fucking trout because we did a pretty good
smell
catch.
like bait. I still have fucking trout bait on my hands, and it's all glittery.
We're in there
and shit.
pounding beers, and it's getting late enough to where they're starting to get like
Did
the
they
DJ
have
going.
the stripper pole in there yet at that time?
No, not yet. But there's this chick that knew Jeremy, and she comes over and
There's always a chick.
hanging all over him. I'm like, he smells like fucking a bait box. Oh my God.
Yeah, and she goes,
she's like
oh my
making
God.
out.
Yeah, she's like fucking kissing my neck, and she's like, oh my God, you smell so good. And I'm like, I'm looking at Josh like, I smell like fucking fish.
We smell like Deadliest Catch right now.
Like, dude, it was bad.
Yeah. That wasn't even popular yet.
Yeah, it was bad. It was like
Fucking Saigon.
Oh, you're naming names.
Nice blowout there.
you should listen to your shit.
Hour 12.
Hour 12, please edit that.
I absolutely knew who it was.
You concur?
I concur.
You could be like, that was, I concur.
I watched your brother steal some drunken squaw Indians from